From London to Ghana, yeah. BWF in the house, let's go. Integrity, excellence, we rise together. We stand with you, we stand with you. BWF, when the path is tough, we'll pull you through. From Seven Sisters to Accra too. We stand with you, we stand with you. On the high road in London town, 28 on a house we're found. And Christine the sound. Family, immigration, wills and probate, we're around. 30 years strong in the game. We got a law in our name. When life gets heavy, we lift the weight. Together we claim the fame. Oh, you want a dream? You need a team. BBUF by your side, shine like the stream. From across Golden Dawn to London City gleam.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Restoration of child's British nationality. We are pleased to announce the successful outcome of a complex nationality matter, culminating in the restoration of British citizenship to a child whose passport had previously been cancelled. Background. Our client, a mother residing in the United Kingdom, instructed us following the cancellation of her child's British passport. At the time of the child's birth, the mother did not hold lawful immigration status. However, the child's father is a British citizen. On this basis, a British passport application was made and successfully granted in 2025, recognizing the child's entitlement to British nationality. Subsequently, during the course of the mother's application for leave to remain, the Home Office referred the matter to HM Passport Office. Both parents attended an interview, which proceeded positively. They were later invited to undertake a voluntary DNA test, which they declined, as they were entitled to do. Following this, the child's British passport was cancelled. Challenges. This case presented several significant legal and evidential challenges. The cancellation of an already issued British passport, raising questions of lawful entitlement and evidential sufficiency. The Home Office's reliance on the absence of DNA evidence despite its voluntary nature. The need to establish paternity and nationality under statutory provisions without additional biological testing. The broader immigration context involving the mother's status, which risked indirectly impacting the child's position. Our strategy. Upon instruction, we adopted a comprehensive and structured approach. Statutory framework. We relied extensively on the British Nationality Act 1981, particularly provisions governing the acquisition of citizenship by descent. Policy and guidance. We deployed a detailed analysis of relevant Home Office caseworking guidance on nationality, paternity, and evidential standards. Evidential submissions. We compiled and presented robust alternative evidence establishing paternity and the child's entitlement to citizenship. Legal representations. We challenged the proportionality and legality of the passport cancellation, emphasizing that refusal to undergo a voluntary DNA test cannot lawfully negate citizenship rights. Strategic engagement. We maintained consistent and structured engagement with the Home Office to ensure proper reconsideration of the decision. Outcome. In March 2026, following our representations, the Home Office formally restored the child's British nationality. The child's entitlement as a British citizen has been fully recognized. The mother's parent route application is now progressing, benefiting from the confirmed status of the child. This outcome reaffirms the principle that British nationality, once lawfully established, cannot be displaced without a proper legal basis. Nugget, key takeaway. A refusal to undertake a voluntary DNA test does not extinguish a child's entitlement to British citizenship. Where sufficient alternative evidence exists, the Home Office must assess nationality in line with statutory law and its own guidance. This case underscores the importance of expert legal intervention in nationality disputes and demonstrates that incorrect or premature decisions by authorities can be successfully challenged with the right strategy. Facing complex immigration issues? Contact BWF Solicitors today.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specializing in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Client success. A skilled worker, dependent granted leave to remain despite his overstay. Case overview. Navigating a complex path to successful leave to remain. Our client was a dependent partner of a skilled worker with an initial leave to remain until 2027. Unfortunately, his partner's employer canceled her sponsorship. They both received a letter from the Home Office canceling their visas, which were due to expire in December 2024. His partner found a new sponsor, who issued her a new KOS in December 2024, with 3-year sponsorship. She applied for further leave to remain before the end of the visa cancellation and was successful. Sadly, our client did not make his application. By the time we took his case, he had overstayed by 10 months. He explained that he didn't know he had to make a new application. The challenge: seeking to convince the Home Office to exercise its discretion in his favor. We made his application as soon as we received his instructions. We prepared a detailed cover letter to explain why the Home Office must exercise discretion in his favor, despite his having overstayed for more than 10 months. Our strategic approach for a successful application. We relied on the Home Office's discretion, explaining why he thought he didn't have to apply for further leave, although his wife had. We relied on the Home Office guidance and supported our representation with factors highlighted in the guidance notes. The updated Home Office guidance confirms that discretion may be exercised where the delay was beyond the applicant's control, or where the individual acted in good faith and has otherwise demonstrated compliance with immigration law. The outcome: granted 3 years leave to remain. Our client was granted 3 years leave to remain just a week after enrolling his biometric data. Takeaway: caseworkers may be able to exercise discretion under exceptional or compassionate circumstances where the application was submitted after the 14 days set out in exceptions for overstayers. You must always consult a lawyer when faced with such a complex issue. Facing complex immigration issues? Contact BWF Solicitors today. Case overview: a successful appeal at the upper tribunal. Our client, a national of Ghana, applied for an EEA family visa permit, relying on his marriage to a national of Germany. After a significant delay, the family permit was issued, and he arrived in the UK. A subsequent application under the EU settlement scheme was refused, and the appeal went to the upper tribunal. The challenge: proving that although our client's sponsor held a British passport in addition to her German passport, she was a relevant sponsor under EU settlement laws. The Home Office argued that as the sponsor was a British citizen, and although she was born in Ghana, she was a British citizen at birth. Therefore, her European citizenship did not confer any right on our client. Our strategy: proving that our client's sponsor did not automatically acquire British citizenship at birth, as the parents were not married. We gathered evidence that the sponsor's father was still married to his first wife in the UK before the sponsor was born. We relied on the 1948 British Nationality Act to challenge the Home Office assertion. In addition, we provided evidence going back 30 years to prove that the sponsor could not have been British at birth. A successful outcome. The upper tribunal allowed the appeal. They agreed with us that the sponsor was a relevant sponsor, and that she only acquired her German citizenship before acquiring her British citizenship. After 4 years of fighting the Home Office, our client can now stay with his wife lawfully in the UK. Key takeaways. Understanding that the only way to win a complex legal case is to painstakingly collate evidence, apply the evidence to the facts, and make the law relevant to your case. Ensuring that in appeals, the best way to win is to ensure the court bundle has the relevant evidence to support your skeleton argument. Always take legal advice where the facts are complex and require diligence and persistence. Facing complex immigration issues? Contact BWF Solicitors today. Successful immigration application. BWF Solicitors, your trusted immigration experts. 1. Eligibility assessment. We begin by confirming that you meet the Home Office requirements for your chosen immigration route. 2. Document review and preparation. Our team ensures your documents are complete, accurate, and compliant to avoid costly delays. 3. Application strategy. We guide you through the best approach for your circumstances, providing clear and tailored advice. 4. Drafting and submitting your application. We complete all forms, prepare supporting statements, and submit your application to the Home Office. 5. Follow-up and communication. We monitor the progress of your application, respond to queries, and ensure all communication is handled promptly. 6. Decision and next steps. Once a decision is issued, we advise you on what comes next, whether that's arrival, extension, appeal, or future planning. Speak to our immigration experts today.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your location. And then so, Ochediampo Adaroma, Wamaya Hoden, Amayankwa, na Yemfa Edumedi, Emfa Embreo, Misremo, Senior Tibiano, and then so, Ashedi Intino, Yetume Yankwa, na Yaba, na Yedi Dumedi, Eba Mopa. Baby Biara will be a special morning, na special greetings from BWF Solicitors. Studio ha ede mamu nyina megidi se baby biara mo ho ye yo ye be sha se efri ha ene de emre ne ko nti e be ko ne tem na yetumi ehu ne ye ko ene de ne wo mamu ye nema bebre na mom ye be sha se me invite me resource person ya ye bra penny lawyer Charles Asma no no nso mfa nche mo de mo hwam emfa matifo na ahwefo na afede de dwumedie no ato aso nti lawyer Charles Asma patro ma wakwa ba eba dwumedie so.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
We dey me dey akwanya e ma na fa nche mo hwam ankasa matifo na ahwefo na afede ye mfa ye dwumedie no ento aso emfre ha.
Yo, etiefo na ahwefo ende anope nso ye de nchia emma obi bia wo bia ye bedi enkomo nti ya krado na ensu ade embo.
Yo, Papa me da say, tiefo na hwefo se ne tie no, ye be ko ni tew na yetumi enya maximum of the time no etumi de pensen topic na ye de ebre mo no, mo de ye na ye be hwe na answer na yɛbɛkɔ yɛn topic no yɛn yɛ papa ɛnɛ deɛ yɛankɔ no fantela ehu ade na but ne nyinaa yɛde bɛfrafra wobɛka no interwoven na wama kasa no wayehwam kakra enti no yɛrekɔdɔn na kyerɛ dɛ lawyer Asma mensa sento nsa mfrɛ wɔ ɛnɛ sɛ nea mmerɛ ne kɔ no nti no yɛbɛyɛ no tawtaw kakra na ɛyɛm biara ɔn sɛ home office though when it comes to home office na omo ade chi na ade sen bia na bibi foforo betwem we be kan update ne a wo ho a wo phone wo be ho a na si update na ahoho ne ho ahoho ne ho a be ho a na update na new features any old ones no efifim na new ones aba ayem bia ye twa ye ho na wo twe a ye kɔbɛ bibi foforo home office oma fi bibi oma akɔfo bibi oma ka bibi eden na o se ye hu ansa na yakɔ topic ne so pacho adaroma
Yo na ɛnɛ deɛ yɛbɛkɔ topic no so. Yɛbɛkɔ topic no so bibi foforɔ bia ɛmɛtwa mu.
Bibi foforo bia embaye yo papa me da se ene se ne tie bia yɛbɛkɔ so producer me da se or say what does a caseworker look for to make a visa decision? Now when we talk about visa no the word visa itself no onim say a dawson say ye can what kind of visa oji edi aba say wo krom ha ana odi tina krom ha ana odi ye transit ana visa bia yinim say nia etie dodro wom sort to wom differences wom try say e dos ye enti ene no ye be hwe which particular ones are na ye be ko say a okọ akọji a application bia obeye bia no home office ema o decision na decision be ma no say what the case or uye application say na tie no ye benya obi ye be friend case worker ono no be fa o case no obefa o application no obefa o forms na we filling it tin na we tua ka submit e de akomo mo aso ye no ono no obefa no fa ono na obehwe mu nyina mo na ye from say case workers na ohwe mu a nyoma bi wo ho a oso ohwe na ansana wato anamo nti saa nneoma no ene yeba behwe se den na se application biara a wobeye bia no yebehwe na Mr. Mo 1 second okay application ben na omube uya nneoma ben na omubehwe ansana oma make a decision whether a positive outcome and as a negative outcome no whatever it is there is an outcome which is a decision Nioma decide say omobeye e de amount. Enti sa decision na omobeye no nioma ben e no mbehwe ansa no ma ye sa decision e no nene mato nsa frɛ lawyer Asma na ye mpense mu se e de mpa no mo feature mo fa mo lens ye kan se mo ni na omo de hwɛ application mo a hwɛ mehwehwɛ we ansa na maka se masoma makoma to me yem memfa visa ne ma no ana se da bi makoma nto me yem visa no memfa ma no eno ne ba behweti anu adofo so wa be ka ye ho a topic a ye treaty e very very important meso we ni die mu bomodia na share fra odofo bi na fra adamfo bi se emre na so na ye hwe sa legal hour migration some any litigation any civil in some no eno na ye hwe enti bomoden na join ye yo lawyers man mesa atonsa ade afro bio what does a case worker look for to make a visa decision with the ye be called interactive enti no mato ade ama me da say
Yo, medase bebre. Na case worker we be say oye hwan. Case worker eye obi a orhwe wa application no na waka be yes visa na ehwehwe no edermo another year mfamo obonitirum na odzemaw another ohwe bibi do na odzemaw ombonitirum ohwe bibi do na adzema bohwede no ofre no case working guidance. It's not sure that I carried the marking scheme. And see, what does the caseworker look for? And some of the visa na mawa. Inyama ogu nkrataa do another guidance no mu a ɔwɔ shadow no na ɔbɔ shadow. Nti every application no yɛwɔ ho guidance. Nti sɛ wo visa no application no ɔka the case worker n'anim na sɛ yɛ visitors visa case worker no ɔbɛfa visitors visa case working guidance. So a student visa ɔbɛfa student case working guidance. Multi-bia no ɔbɛfa the right case working guidance na wahyɛ na ɔdze a mark wo application no ama wo. Nam na ɔte dza a nyɛma baadze another nyɛma bɛn na case worker no ɔbɛhwɛ. Odzi kan ɔbɛhwɛ dɛ wo application form no a yɛfrɛ no VAF no visa application form no afele no ɛwɔ nokwarum. Within ubibia information a wɔde no ɔyɛ nokwar another ɔyɛ nokwar. Case worker no ɔbɛyɛ no wehu dɛ ɔyɛ nokwar and ɔyɛ nokwar. Ɔbɛhwɛ dɛ ayɛ application bi pen ɛma record wɔ hɔ anaa na ɔdze atoto dza ɛdze rebrɛ hɔn dɛ wɔnsan hwɛm ɛma wo ndɛ no ebiem. For example, ayɛ visitors visa application in 2010. Record nyinaa wɔ hɔ from 1900 up to date. Record nyinaa wɔ hɔ. Obi bɛka dɛ by 1900 de nso wɔakyɛr ɔbɛyɛ dɛ no wenya ɔwɔ hɔ. Bibia ɛwɔ hɔ. Nti saa yɛ application 2010 na reyɛ no ɛka dɛ ebia obisaw dɛ ɛwɔ day information adze ma wo no na wogyina do wɔdze ma wo first visa no another wɔde refuse to reyɛ application in 2016 because the information wɔ hɔ no nti information adze ma ho no ɔdɔ yɛ in line with the previous information a the ma ho no brony friend consistent. Sɛ information a wɔwɔ dadaw no ɛne madze ma ho ɛndɛ no ɔyɛ different that waka dɛ you have not been truthful another one kind of correct ɛwɔ baby. Bia you refuse to pay. Ebisa this time say have you ever been refused? We say no. We say no dear. Case worker knows there. We refused to pay in 2010 and today you are saying no. That would be a cause for concern. Case worker number conclude there and can require or application form no do. Another time, 2022, a worry na year in by UK. A ban for whatever reason. And the UK no it's our like a visitor's visa application another student visa application or whatever. That's our because na pedanke bodo a wo year another wuku no so obeka ho. So be so are you married? It's a yes. Inadzi impanizin is shadow kama. Ibodri ni yimpano wentuma amba. Nti yimpano or ukromo was still another country no was still. In 2026, area application for this time no our will be for interior application for na ejina yimpano do. Osana yimpano waba. Nti regional was stepchild no do na zaya application. Send a overstay. The application will be said there. Have you ever been married? It's no. Because to you no yimpana in a war 2022 na wamba no. Cause the wamba nti agent there. Awari bi a yiho. It's no. Meanwhile, what check record no. Previous application form no. It kind of yes. Imagine is a bay. See how come that is no? So no there. In what that there then why did you declare on your previous application form there our inconsistency? Because our dadawa before a person our no jideji our, you cannot marry and apply on the basis of your spouse whilst you are previously married and there has not been any divorce. Into obe refuse your application, no catch you there. On your application previously you said you were married. On your application now you said you've never been married. Therefore there's inconsistency. And even if you said you are still married or you were married previously, there's no divorce certificate showing that you can remarry. And therefore, your relationship to the new lover or spouse is not inconsistent with the rules. Obi refuse your application. Obi Oroba 2023. Obi Sande, do you have a family member in the UK? I said, no, I don't have anybody in the UK. Another question, do you know anybody in the UK? I said, no, I don't know anybody in the UK. 2026, Imperial application, this time as a dependent of an EU national, I said, our grandparent. Now, our grandparent in 2026, but in 2023, he said he didn't have anybody in the UK. Does that mean that our grandparent, Oba after 2023 and meanwhile, in your current application as a dependent of your grandparent from the EU, you said that your grandparent has been living in the UK exercising treaty right from 2012. 2012. So if that is the case, how come the person has been living in the UK from 2012, exercising treaty rights, and yet you claim in 2023 you had no family member or you did not know anybody in the UK? So when did your grandparent enter the UK? And when did you get to know that your grandparent was living in the UK and now you want to apply to remain with him or her? That is a cause for concern. We are looking at what does the caseworker look for to make a visa decision. We've mentioned that the caseworker will look at the application form information, the caseworker will look at the documents that you have presented, and the caseworker will look at the case working guidance to match the information and the document to the guidance to make a decision. And we are picking up some of the inconsistencies that will be seen on the previous application that you made to the Home Office and the current application you are making or you have made. They will compare and pick up inconsistencies on whether you've been previously refused, on whether the information you provided previously is in line with the current information you are giving them. And they will match it or map it against the guidance to make a decision. Now, another example. The Home Office guidance looks at specific requirements for each application. Specific requirement for each application. And the guidance for skilled worker visa is clear. The skilled worker visa guidance, for example, indicates that if the person is not already living in the UK and they have not lived in the UK for 12 months, now your application, I'm almost spouse or dependent. And I say, your application to enter the UK. It's so much, I should say, sika, and it has to be in the account for 30 days consecutively. That means every day the money must be there for 30 days. unless the employer has guaranteed maintenance will be provided, then you don't have to show your own maintenance. On a COS, employers say maintenance will not be provided. The answer no. In a ekita or bank statement, na zoko that catch one there. You can provide maintenance for your spouse who is coming, or for yourself, for if you are to enter the UK. Bank statement, the money was there for 27 days. And now the money was there up to the date of application. But nipa no yi sika no in the morning, and our application in the afternoon, for example. And also yi sika no, then the next day, our application. Then they picked up, say, because they went to the bank to confirm whether the money has been there for that period. And the bank confirmed that it was there up to a day before the application, for example. They will refuse the application because the requirement will not be met. Even though you had the money, it wasn't there for the period before the application. You will be refused. The caseworker is assessing the information on the basis of the on the basis of the marking scheme or the case working guidance. You are, for example, making application for your child. Your child is living abroad and you live in the UK. You are relying on sole responsibility because you are a British citizen. You are relying on paragraph 297 IE of the immigration rules. Sole responsibility. You have presented all the information on the application form. Caseworker is testing whether there is sole responsibility or not. One of the things is the application information to do with the fact that you've been in the UK for 8 years. Tama Erba UK na woban wedi 5 years. Nti woban wedi 13 at the moment. Ekafanaba. A claim there abofrano papa on abofrano. Nti owonkotin na hwe abofrano. Ye ni bibia. Information as they come on also there for the past 8 years. 8 years, 2015. And now, upon the Ebahano Acha, until of course, we've been for 8 years, but 2020, let's say 14, another input 2023, another 2022, whatever it is, whether it is 8 years, whether it is 10 years, whether it's 3 years, you have never visited your child. You've never visited your child. You've been in the UK for 8 years. You've never visited the child. You claim you have sole responsibility. You have never visited the child. Caseworker then will conclude that if you have not visited the child for all these years, na nkrofo na ehwe akwala no ma wo dia ende ebe buasa sa nkrofo no ebe koso ahwe akwala no ama wo. After all, you have not even bothered to visit the child. Does that prove the fact that it was sole responsibility and you are doing everything for the child? No. It doesn't make sense. And so you cannot prove sole responsibility. Again, it wouldn't make sense. There's abofrano amba wenchana bibi batuno ewo baby owano. Because for 8 years or for 10 years or for 16 years or for whatever period, you have not sought to visit the child. The caseworker is assessing the application on the basis of the case working guidance for somebody who is British or who has indefinite leave to remain and bringing the child to join them in the UK. And the person is saying that they have sole responsibility because the other parent plays no role in the life of the child. Another example, you are applying to bring your child. You are a skilled worker, migrant. You claim you have sole responsibility because you don't know where the father is or where the mother is. You have sole responsibility. You have gathered school documents here and there, a lot of things. Yet there's no communication between you and the school. All you have is terminal report, school fees you paid, and the letter from the school to say that you pay the fees, or you do this, you do that. But there's no record to show that you have been consistently engaging the school since you came in 2023. There's no progressive engagement. How is my child doing? This is to check up on the child. Can you update me? Can you do this? There's nothing like that. You have sole responsibility. And when you were making the child's application, you went to get a letter of consent from the father, and you claim the father is useless. The father is irresponsible. The father plays no role in the life of the child. Yet, you went to the father, and the father gave you a letter to say that I am happy for my child to join the mother in the UK so that the child will live with the mother. How can somebody who is useless, irresponsible, respond to your request to provide consent? Consent is a decision as to whether the child will travel or relocate or not. And so if the father has provided consent, then there is shared responsibility. That consent letter from the father or the mother makes your story inconsistent on the point that you have sole responsibility. So we put all this together: application form information inconsistency, your previous application inconsistency, your account or document on the basis of the requirement, putting all together, we can conclude that this application will be refused. This application will be refused and the person banned. This application will be rejected, and so on and so forth. Now, yɛde ha you yɛatoa
Oye, I in education in our choir, bro, for not that you very English. But it's all good because sometimes some of the explanation is best to use the language na how it stands actually. Until that inconsistency, but also do not information my home office and because you've previously na ma information be dada internet just near wo ka sisi and any old information more on you no and it doesn't tally and nye pepepe nye pepepe na just ba ne sade a application no or may refuse you na watch it mu e dey so whenever we application and it doesn't reflect the true person, I mean it doesn't show the true reflection of you based on your previous applications why you home office no, you are bound to, unless there is what a tangible explanation to why that has changed. Until when person bisa question say mbia na information me did kind of my home office. Maybe I did the first application, especially let me give you example, especially for those who are application are based on this private life long years, like 20 years and over. I feel no application. Sometimes no tama all the kind aba krom ha no. Na information ni bi yetumi trotro bi a ebi kra yen kai na ye share that troye. No ase ya trotro bia ma yen ye de akɔgye visa. Nkrɔfo bebree ti saa ebi mo kae ɔmo deɛ ebi mo nso so ɛnkae enti afei na 20 years over na wokɔ akɔyɛ application na wasan fill forms pɛpɛɛpɛ na information bi a abrawo ba no woka sɛ wowɔ yere nso no woa wonim na wonni yere because menim sɛ bi mo ka na waka ɔwɔ mma nyinaa sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛnim sɛ wɔ ties back home, so when you come you go nti bi mo ɛyeyɛ ne saa ɛno yɛ just an example na waba afei ɔno ahu sɛ ma bɛtena mu akyɛ menka mpo sɛ meka sɛ mewɔ yere anaasɛ me yere wo sɛ wonni yere na wabɛyɛ new application on your private life wo sɛ wonni yere wonni ba nanso 20 years ago ka kyerɛ mo sɛ wowɔ yere ne mba nti in such cases no lawyers ma menim sɛ definitely no ɔmbɛka sɛ yɛka ne sɛ ɛnyɛ inconsistency nea wodi kan ka kyerɛ mo no ɛno no ɛne nea woka sisi ano nsisi so of course woka ɛyere ne wo ba deɛ a wontumi nka sɛ woawoda wowɔ yere na wonkae ɛno deɛ ɛyɛ rare unless sɛ woadwen ɛkɔ akyire wontumi nka but there are other information bi a no waka but wonkae sɛ woka saa na woma explanation ɛwɔ form ne so sɛ maybe one or two things wonhyɛ da nkae nea wokaeɛ anaa wowura fi anaasɛ biribi a ɛdɛn nsonsansoɔ na ɛbɛba ɛwɔ saa application ne so wama all this explanation no lawyers ma
Wama explanation sɛ wonkae
sɛ bia yɛbisa wo biribi mema ɛba ne ɔyere ne akunu anaa ɔyere ne deɛ ɛneɛ typical because wontumi nka sɛ wonkae sɛ na wonni yere wontumi nka sɛ wonkae sɛ wonni ba unless bia there is a mental issue there but sɛ biribia yɛ sound na there may be other question bi a yɛbisa may try to remember bi a is possible sɛ wowura bɛfi sɛ woka sɛ yes anaa ka sɛ no na wa explain ɛwɔ application na sɛ some of the information no wonim sɛ sisi ano saa na ɛte but wonim sɛ over 20 years ago no wonkae sɛ saa na wokaeɛ a ɛno na mepɛ sɛ mehu no sɛ still a yɛbɛka sɛ inconsistency wɔ mu nti ne mfa ama
na mɔwɔ mi dɛ record no ɔwɔ hɔ dadaw
okay
record no ɔwɔ hɔ dadaw nyim dɛ sɛ record no wasɛ no another one sɛ no na UK they keep records nti sɛ nyɛ sure a ɔwɔ dɛ yɛ subject access request
that's good
before you start the application.
Okay.
If you subject access request na ebohu dɛ who previous time no kra bi a can dey adza 1 year a fingerprint because 20 years ago no na 1 year fingerprint.
It's true.
But even that I remember in somewhere even 2003 to date is more than 20 years, right?
Yes, 23 years.
Yeah. So 2000 to date is again more than 20 years. 2003, 2004, 2005, they were having this biometric enrollment process.
Okay.
Yes. So your visitor's visa or whatever, it started long time ago, more than 20 years ago.
Okay.
So the first one kai say your biometric no interest of mine your biometric. Number two, the first one kai nipa your application ma wono. Interest of 1 year application.
Okay.
And number 4, the fact say one kai information with the more money interest one far more. So the best way is that we subject access request. Now I check say then na kai wumpo one kai. Now which mean how I will share now I first this time there now person we no. Obi application somewhere 4-5 years ago.
Okay.
Na onimpo say why application me refuse no pay.
That's typical. Okay.
Na line bi pa ya man ka we had ni shim e ma ye di man on kai. And this time nukunu ekofa naba. And omo bi saro na new application of course on kai into anka bibia.
Okay.
You refuse to make you buy say you said some time ago say. And now you are telling us this, that.
Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Sir, in your mano, nti never can say so your application now when you're sure. Yes, right. Your subject access request. So outside the UK or inside the UK, you can request for your data from the Home Office. Then now then you can tell say yes, this is it, and confidently put in the application on this occasion.
Okay. So in that case, I can conclude ewa hanom say amatie for nya atiase say so wo application bia na why previous application na unkai nsem potin a wo di go so esan say ukoye chikakra ye ka bibia just to stay just to get the visa to make it cancel ebi kra na nnim but ye keka na yenya visa no nti no afe na wenya visa na ekyire na atwam a enye sem bia yet main person may use the words intro, but in a way no okay can some emma no emma ye gina so near the mouth but face and some no na I say na nhyeda eni ho sa enti wo mu no ne wo keka no wonkai enti sa wo koye application bia na eba ne say why your previous application and the information you gave to efficacy mo no unhyeda nkai ke bia then the best way to go about it before you do the application no yes our subject access request I friend no SARS no ye eno ansana omo I think three types, the detailed one and I'm saying 3 categories or 2 categories. If we were very detailed obetumi request na enye uhum from a bia abo pen wo fi kese mo omo won kwa de awon be ma e na ye wo animanimu de na basic one mbia few mbia why application ba ku mienu bi keka eno nso obetumi a request a on be ma ye free uko internet ne so a ye free no aye we are ebi wo ha mbeka say 1 month na de a send no ebi wo electronically no on be ma ana ebi wo ha mbe post e de ama na wahwe mu nsɛm nyinaa wohwɛ na afi wo hu sɛ woka sɛ ansana a current application kora wokɔ akɔyɛ no wakɔ akɔyɛ yɛbɛgye ato mu saa na ɛbɛboa yɛ na kyerɛ sɛ case worker no wode nsɛm no kɔ a ɔbɛhwɛ ansana wa make decision last ma yɛnkɔ yɛ nim no membisa another one ɛyɛ yɛka ne sɛn maintenance okay yes explaining COS for more skill worker migrant ne buy skill migrant visa ne buy no yehwe mu a se company no ka say mema maintenance a ye wo baby o so tre say mema maintenance wo na obusianfo nyina na because ono de wo na employ o enti wo na obeka so mema maintenance enti se wo koya ama wo yire ana koya ama ukunu an ene wo mba eno nso no or say we show you can say statements no say 28 days prior to the application or say we show and now the fact that say company na ka say obema maintenance no e cover wo ni oyire nyina eno obusua nyina mpatwa ti sa
Yo na COS no ehwedo a obeka kire the maintenance one no it's you and your dependents because that is how it is framed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once maintenance is yes, it covers both or all of you.
Okay, I make it manner is simple, very very simple. And is there any point? And I say, baby, when it comes to sole responsibility, say yes, I sole responsibility. No, ya cheche mua, but still, enkrofo ensheda enyamu entiasi. Ene wa cheche mu say waka say obi osi unhu ni papa ana unhu ni maame uni omu ni contact na afi ukofa akola naba na osi ne maame ana ne papa ama ye ka ne sen consent a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛnsi so na nyɛ so responsibility. The fact sɛ woka sɛ wo nko ara na wohwɛ akwadaa no na kyerɛ sɛ anaa wonhu ne maame anaa wonhu ne papa no na afei woasan akɔgye letter ɛfiri ɔmo hɔ no ɛbɛha adwen. Nti na mebisa sɛ at what point saa consent letter no ɛyɛ applicable na yɛbɛtumi agyina so na yɛde ama wo application.
Yo. So your application no nkwala application no. One of the things as I said they can before we submit your document, and so they can document or say consent from both parents. 1. 2. Confirmation of care arrangement. 3. Confirmation of accommodation arrangement. 3 things: consent from both parents, accommodation arrangement, care arrangement. Now, this is where common sense and logic will work. They said consent from both parents, but there is only one parent that will apply to this child.
Yes.
Because this sponsor claims she or he is solely responsible, right?
Yes.
And she said, "Kafa bufana ba na esi na papa na da na mame or you useless into onya bufana of life ma." Now will this out there consent from both parents? Common sense. Will you go and look for the other person because they said from both parents?
That be so or you useless in who nature in who baby or
So that will not apply to both parents. But because they didn't say if applicable, the person went and looked for the so-called useless other parent. And this so-called useless other parent was able to give permission. And that permission made this useless parent now useful.
One no.
Because a logic and a rule. And this also nimpa no anyhow now feed the way to me and then that's good, me boy.
Yes. So on your on share on akwala no
That's the way to me aba sin ni mu. Enti obaza no mo nhwa abofra ye. No all akasra abofra no anytime I happen no.
It's not the consent form if there is anywhere you can't find the husband another anymore, then you don't need that consent form. In that case, now how do I explain? No, better them. All the evidence that they are looking for as you being the you taking the sole responsibility. Now you have to provide. So you will not need any offended consent via from the other parent because esi or you useless. And now let's put it that way. Onyu in baby or na eda account na eda your application. Na evidence a mohwehwɛ no now the account e de ayɛ application no na sɛ ba ne sɛ mbia maame no anaasɛ papa no waka baabi a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛne de unya yɛfrɛ ne sɛn ne death certificate no e de ka ho a etwa bibia but last ma on sɛ saa so responsibility hɔ na sɛ wohu sɛ papa no osi wo no but onwu yɛ obi application bi a obeka ho asem onwu ye owo but unhu no so the mere fact say you didn't go to contact him or her for the consent no would the home office still accept your response say unhu no ni contact oni akola ni life mu bio enti ombe accept sa asem na waka no because ono a one man sign any consent form waka keke ewa application say unhu no ni baby owo enti mbia wadamfo bi na ehwe akwala no ana wo maame ana wo papa bi na ehwe akwala no omo betumi accept sa oho information na odi amom no abraun declare mbia papa no nim say waka baby nti wanfa death certificate na maame no wanfa death certificate bi anka but information wo wa provide say unhune keke no nti we na ehwe no no mpacho mbetumi accept and omo accept sa information no.
Well, at the end of the day, when I will prove it, sir, information now, they are almost say we are solely responsible. And I say, when Kwana work on the life from where we be a makalano. And he say, consent as someone open our sign consent.
Okay.
And I say, when a Akalana step mother and I say father netia, step mother or stepfather no sign consent. That is point number 1. Point number 2, no, you share a beer nkrofo a omo akwala no. Because sina wo kire mu no the papa ni nwuye a na sa maami ni nwuye a. What shows say onkwa na wo akwala life mu and the other person no entumi ye bibia. So unhu no. What is the circumstance enti a unhu no? Say bia ye hye wonyim ye no. Papa no kan di nyinsen no. Enti unkwa na wate apprepare ho besi ende. You have to tell a story. What is the circumstance? You can't just say semi huno. Uhunu is saying. How long? How did it happen? And so you have to tell a story. And that's a beer or akwa ware fufro no or say or no at least obetumi awo biom enti nkwala we die for whatever reason we ja omochiri akwan anasa akwala we ja na chiri akwan so ohwehwe no biom nti nkwa na wode abobo ho saa up to date then a chire nti aya na so responsibility no din aya na so obetumi ewini on that say information no enye very very strong because ye chire mu no oba ye no onko ye mpoda oba ye wonko ye enso wo se wo ye nkwan na wo hwa akwala no wonko na wo ye bibia nti nkwan na wo ye bibia na wonko ye oba ye den na chire se obi ani kwana mu ho ena ese se ye hye ne so se enye bibia na say the other parents. Sometimes could be other family members play role.
Yes.
In this other family members play role, why can't they do it? But say a safeguarding issue there. I easier. So bet me win for Aqualano. Because say Obina Ocean on any panso on to mention it be honest be out to Nimpanoa. Not just say either say Aqualano Baba or and that's a Woka Aqualano in chain. It's better to be move ababibia. Indra na obi ni consultation child conversation say about about 10 years ni.
Okay.
Akwasra akwala no 5 times. Out of 10 years akwasra no 5 times. Meanwhile, that 10 years no onya ni indefinite no 11 years ago. Oba ya no onya indefinite. Enti odi tutu ho a it doesn't make sense. Say 11 years work for 5 times. And yet you claim say so one go for akwala no bibi betu because of papa ni ho. And I said the other parent no enni ho. Because wonko ya de tutu ho no then I just told the person say, "Wow, from what you are telling me, so responsibility will be difficult. So you have to move to the next level. A serious and compelling family circumstances.
Okay.
Yes, safeguarding matters,
I see. Then that brings me to the next question. I'll be Sasinia unko day. Now, if you have the good explanation, be na senior umaye no or no unya indefinite 11 years ago. What about be or no or buy no or became wenya no krata unto news so coffee nya de obetumi asanyaba. Enti no sa no wentumi ankosra akla na wetene mu abe 10 years wentumi ankosra afe na nyame adom wenya 2.5 bi ana wenya indefinite na afe na odwen se mahwe akla na sisi ade se ne etie no me or say obeka me ho ha nti ono obetumi agina saa ne circumstance ne say na nkrata sem say osuro ehu say obekọ because na onye nya nkrata nti no so kwa the possibility say ontumi nsan ba no na ya yenim no sa ogina so a yebetumi ade ama no positive outcome decision will come ana.
Oh, there is one case bia nipa
Mhm.
no your court.
Mhm.
Court be of course na
Mhm.
appropriate no ho. To court be
Okay.
na for a long time unko when you man kwasra oba no oba no so oba no ni nkrata.
Okay.
Enti eche ansa onya nkrata
Mhm.
na onya nkrata na say otumi eye adwuma na ohwe akwala no
Mhm.
kra no school fees ni nyoma.
Mm.
Afi na obenya indefinite no na
Mhm.
ɔhyɛ ase sɛ ɔkɔ akɔsra akwalaa no. Of course,
Okay.
ɛtɔ bi agyina so ma ɔde adeɛ no ma akwalaa no ma yɛwini appeal.
That's it. That's it. So, and until now, yeah, what lawyers were hosting assembly TBR no. There are circumstances obey to me, ejina so na omo to me, amount is any TBR no. Things that the caseworker will be looking out for no. No man your evidence. So if you're able to arrange your evidence according to the guidelines now, a binding application in one, senior TBR no, a bit to me aba. Be positive outcome there. Ma yes, so na wakwa who lawyers say BWF Solicitors or more open arms anytime you come to them no on be to me new your application na ya shedding in the amount. No name some of these so responsibilities there are maybe me Judy said there are few obi nyaman kitin kiti bi hyehyɛ hɔ a otumi de kan ma ne yɛ but ɛno no no ɛho sɛ ɛno yɛ nka wɔ ahoma no so and you know yes lawyers they know their job. So when you visit them with some of these cases now, or make me share how I'll be go about it, senior bear, obenya positive outcome. Aha ye BWF solicitors legal hour so now share. So I know join here. Yeah, can about what does a case worker look for to make a visa decision, whether positive decision or negative decision is a decision. So over positive there, stay with us now. Share program no more before front so any be share now. Call your YouTube channel now. Subscribe to the channel now. Afi there is a notification button be or honum adoma miaso na umiaso a ebebo anytime I be a ubenya. Yenya first question ewo Frank Agori. Frank, me chawo, me say on ye papa. Say lawyer, please, can a person working as the head of inspection department at Solitaire Pressure Control Limited sign as professional for naturalization application as a referee? Or as what? Head of inspection. Okay. And last one, obetumi egyina mu ayɛ saa guarantors ni bi assigning ama obi ana for ni naturalization application. Say
And
yɛka profession.
so is your profession. So when you be usually no you share the general professions. Teachers, nurses, doctors,
Doctors,
pharmacists, social workers. But
yes.
this person is also a professional.
Mm.
And
Head
it
of inspection.
depends on how you go about it. Why?
Mm.
Yeah. Why?
Sir, questions mo wɔ ha yɛ ana?
When you be honest on the way you there. So over phrasing no man not reflected the fact so you're professional working
Mhm,
as whatever. Why?
mhm.
I don't think
Yo.
so. Meaning say one away your application and that's obi na oya ma wo a. Obi na oya ma wo na say nipa no your lawyer there so how will be you sue sir nipa no a wenya no a or your head of inspection department at whatever no. Yeah.
Mm. Yo, unya ko GP. Ombe ama, ombe ju kakra no maya ama because we any GP unimu for a long time. Yo, telephone line say be di dwuma eh 07596620154. Mr. Obi to me afre sisie but nya hu ni say enhyeda emfa topic a ye wo hu yi wo question bia o person obi sa when it comes to legal matters there. Friend. na bisa wo question. Lawyer Charles Asma ewa ha obeyi wa no yebebo 11 sharp na de dwumadi no abewie. So we have solid 20 minutes to take questions and answers. Sene be ya obetumi won so obefre na wenya numbers ni biom 07596620154 bomodiana frɛ na ye ma emwae. Last ma ye din kama eche nkrofo afrɛ any messages. The producer Ampacho said message ni bi wɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi de ato ahoma no so de ama yɛn na yɛhwɛ na yɛnhu ɔmo a ɔmo bɛfrɛ no telephone lines no yɛ biom 07596620154 for maybe telephone lines na to wobɛtumi afrɛ no WhatsApp wobɛtumi nso afrɛ no normal call ne nyinaa yɛbɛpeke na yɛama wo answer lawyer Asma bɛma wo answer enti Regina Ajay ebisa question bi ɛwɔ ha or say hello please how can one know their arrival date if they don't remember their arrival date and has adapted a new now? Will it affect the ILR and British citizenship? Sorry, thank you. Ebi asema ebi ani eken ni mani bo on kai dia na wa hwe ye ka ne se na wa arrive bia na o passport da o de ba ya stamp mu arrive na bia na ayira ana se pe be bia afa enti no ni bi se na oye sa na aboa o so enti la asma pacho yenua ba Regina the question ye betumi ama ne mai say
But you nearby why applications bebre before benya indefinite no meboa. And I say, yeah, before benya wakwaye indefinite, now why application at least say 2.5 or 4 times under 10-year route. Say spouse 2 times, say you are once, and all that. Until what did you say on those previous applications when they asked you when did you enter the UK? Umbisa was a question. No? The bang na wo back room ha UK ha. Awo cry. Nti afi wo so adapt new dates. What adapt new dates saying? Adapt new dates they be yan sa. It is a Misrao. Why
ne
application?
ba de tirim no
We your subject access request now. Uber seek Uber because I a detailed report. Yeah, well, basic, standard, and detailed. So you ask for detailed report, you know, Bibia Beba. And to be who say, oh, last time who can say, and they'll be keep why?
eno ni ade no yo ha adwen nyoma ni bo unka yo ha se but afi krum a odi bebra kronum ha afi bia ni se wore fi even they maybe you might forgot the actual date no but year ne de na it's difficult to forget. Sanity. Yo, Mami Samo betumi afre 07596620154. Yenhwe ye next question. Obisi okoware. Oware kra ewie na ichire answer na obeye application no e de ama ne yere no omukoware wo Ghana you can say civil no mo ye wo say KMU ana AMU so registry hono e no mo koye na etire obaye no wa kwasra na yire be 2 or 3 times afei fourth one na obaye no say ne nje na yire ne ho biom enti no or divorce no enya de obekwa akofa na ba enti or divorce no na ne yere ne sise ene metim baby na wo na obeware me enti se o divorce dia me de me enye hwe mfa me o se chinchire echi a ne yere na nkwankwa ye divorce no asem wo nso abeda na asem kese eda enim ayedi loyasma se ne yere na anye divorce no ono so ankoye na ba ne so ware obi foforo wo krum ha e wo krum ha nso aso ben na beba ne so the question I will be no
On to me worry because we're worried that.
nti ontumi nware na ọpa kyerɛ sɛ ɔmokɔyɛ marriage no ɔsɛ ɔmokɔyɛ marriage no ɔmo mfa nkɔ baabi no asɛ ɔmokɔyɛ wɔ ɔmo mfa nyɛ application biara enti no sɛ wankɔyɛ divorce na because sɛ waware one divorce na ɔyɛ application na one na bɛkɔ akɔ bɔ afa wo tiri mu enti no te sɛ ɔkɔyɛ divorce no ansa na wetumi abɛware foforɔ. Enti me nua bɛma a wotie me, ti sɛ wakɔyɛ divorce no ansa na obetumi aware foforɔ. Why? Ɔse Richard say, I am a dependent of skilled worker, but we have separated and I am planning to marry another skilled worker. Can I switch and join her as a dependent again? Will my 5-year route continue or it will start afresh? Thank you. Okay. Lawyers ma wanka say
Okay. I'm a
question
dependent
kakra.
but your question, Brad, I'm a dependent of a
Mhm.
school, but we have separated and planning marrying my Can I switch and join her as a dependent again? I don't understand. Switch and join who as a dependent again?
So
I'm a
oko
dependent
marry
of a skilled worker.
or worry another skilled worker.
I
Like I
say I'm a
say,
dependent of a skilled worker, but we have separated. I see they have separated. And I am planning of marrying another skilled worker. Into a person, I was separating also on the back. I say, can I switch
the,
and join? How can you switch and join her again? I don't understand. That bit is what
so
I'm confused about. Switch
so
and
what I'm
join.
thinking is say, so oh yes, ono ye dependent, ena ono worry, ono marry or ye dependent to a skilled worker. And as you see, omo ejai aware. Na opeso worry another skilled worker. Into bisa say, can I switch and join? Into there's not gonna be a switch. Say mo ejai aware na wokɔware obi foforɔ a nipa ko no so ɔno yɛ skill worker ɔno no yɛ skill worker ɔno nyɛ dependent ɔno yɛ main di a na kyerɛ sɛ wosan akɔyɛ dependent biom anaa nyɛ saa. But the circumstances around how you can remarry, whether you've divorced or what, and no question I'll be saying.
Okay, okay. I think okay, I think Matthias here. And to Nipa no person or switch it around from dependent to another dependent.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Ube to me, a move as a dependent to another dependent. In other words, we hear now and I say ukuna on the buy and money will be. But visa ni we still a crowd. Nti before ebe wu no, waware foforɔ na saa foforɔ no so ekuta skilled worker nkrataa, ɔno so betumi sponsor wo. So ɔno tumi sponsor wo a, that's the warning. So tumi sponsor wo a, obetumi sponsor wo. Na wabɛyɛ dependent number 2 to that
Okay.
person.
And no, the next question is say the
The answer
first
is no.
dependent.
The answer is
Answer
no.
is no, because now you are going to start with the pakuna owono ni owono e na okwa akogibie nti wo de dada no etwem na che se ne wa spend dada no they will not count it towards near foforo na okwa akogi no but just
Sɛnea
say na
ɔware
tie.
sɛnea ɔware nyɛ ne dea, obi deɛ na ɔmaa no bi. Nti sɛ wompɛ me biom a, why do you go with what I gave you?
Okay, it makes perfectly well sense. Yo, I have one question here. Mpacho, mo betumi sending on WhatsApp. Why? Mo de ba test ni so ayana mentumi mfa ma producer antem. But let's see. Mamin kind na yehu layasma. Or say my sister came to the UK as a care worker with a COS code 6145 and brought her husband with her. Later, she switched employers and got a new COS under 6135. During this time, she got divorced. She has a divorce certificate dated 10th of June 2024. She did not inform the Home Office about the divorce, but she also did not include her ex-husband in her new visa application. Her first marriage was 10th of February 2022. Now she wants to remarry and bring her new husband to the UK. Could you please let us know, one, if possible, for her to bring her new husband to the UK on a dependent visa? Question number 2, number number 1.
Petro, so let's go through the facts. Petro, first
Mhm.
line was to say,
First line is say, or onya COS no, the code was 6145. Ɛna
okay.
ɔne ne kunu baa kurom ha.
Mm,
Ɔmo baa kurom ha later no ɛna ɔswitchee employers. Okonyaa
mm,
COS foforɔ. ɛna code no kɔyɛ sorry 6135. ɛna during this time no divorce or divorce 10th of June 2024. na ɔwareyɛ 2022 February 2022. na ɔka sɛ wambɔ home office for amanneɛ sɛ divorce. ɛna ɔyɛ ne new application on that COS foforɔ no nso no wamfa ne kunu no ɛyɛ ne ex-husband sɛ wamfa na anka ho. enti sisi a no obisa sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔware foforɔ na ɔne ne ba UK mu a obisa sɛ obetumi aware foforɔ. She wants to remarry and bring her new husband to the UK. na kyerɛ sɛ ne kunu ne UK ha ɔwɔ baabi ɔwɔ. na obisa sɛ could you please let us know, one, is it possible for her to bring the new husband to the UK on a dependent visa? So 6135,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
can add your husband.
no, 6145 and now transfer for 6135. No, before the changes on 11th March 2024. And the son said there was also about when about her.
One year back, but also worry or can't take so worry 2022 1 year back.
Yeah, but once on the 6145 in the buy and the just say a old one will be
old one.
possibly not or to me. And also all ban on any dependent in a buy me boy.
And as so I be Jana worry. Now
Once
Jana worry.
Once the dependent buy, you know, that means
old one.
this son was able to allow dependent. And she Jenny no that was so with the 6135. And this way, Jawari no aware for which the new one no Abba as an independent. However, it's so much like a sim for ya where say we Jawari, yes, I be refuse to the dependent no person.
Dependent no. Nti no me nua aba ɔsɛ wobɔ home office for amanneɛ sɛ wegyae awareɛ ɛno ne asɛm no wanka a ɛbɛma wo visa na ayɛ bibia wɔ hɔ. Nti no sɛ question ɔde baeɛ no baako no me try to read it but asan ajam. Oh dear. Yo, yenko so yenkan Papa J dear. Papa J me chia wo baby biara wo share program ne ma me why me hu say wa share. Or say lawyer, please, if you apply for settlement based on your relationship with stepdaughter and later the place of residence change, can it affect the application?
You apply stepdaughter and later place of residence change. No, Sunday, I'm not saying I'm asking me to acquire baby for why will it affect your application? No. So, Busra, I'm only a monetary as stepfather. And the accommodation there, if you run to who move to another place, why will it affect your application?
Dabi, you just have to.
Yeah, and these days, email, no more BBR. And this was our address. Yes, I'm mobile patrol. And I say, well, we are redirection. It is almost trouble crowd. Why, mean,
okay. Redirection, dear redirection. Okay, yo. Nti Papa J, and one say, yeah, ubet me redirection. No, wabo my money of your new address. Affect you, baby, application. And nipa to ultimate na baby, etu. Nti enye problem cry na yenko yenim. Yo, last man. When so say, say me last question for the day. I see, also the COS ne bi saa na ɛbaeɛ. Menhwɛ so wɔ ha. Ɔno nso de COS ne biara saa na ɛbaeɛ na sisi a ne yere agyae no. Ne yere ne gyae no no. Ne yere ambɔ home office for amanneɛ, but ɔno ne deɛ na ewu na ɔkɔ akɔ renew foforɔ no. Na ne yere no aka sɛ wɔagya no na kyerɛ sɛ wanhwɛ a ne deɛ ne bɛhye. Nti no, wɔehu ɔbaa bi a ɔbɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo atɔ dom a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔware no. Na mmom ɔsi ɔbaa no wɔ ha ɔno nso ne visa nwuiɛ nti no ɔsɛ ɔmo kɔ fie na ɔmo nkɔra anaasɛ ɔmo betumi ayɛ ɔmo aware families no betumi akɔhyia ayɛ awareɛ no sɛnea ɛyɛ a na ɛyɛ proxy marriage no na ɔmo mfa nkɔtum wɔ ha ansa no because ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo kɔ fie ansa na ɔmo aba ne visa no bɛkɔ akɔwu nti no obisa dɛn na ɔsɛ ɔyɛ.
Oh, many may be of fee, but
ɔyɛ Ghana ni but ne yere no
Oh, you're
But
gonna need it. So,
ne yere ne nyɛ Ghana ni. Ne yere ne yɛ sɛ onye obroni fitaa nso, but mehu sɛ
uh,
ɔyɛ obroni but
Ghana
ɔnyɛ obroni.
amambrɛ ɛma kwan sɛ wotumi ware abrɛ abusuafoɔ bɛgyina mu ama wo.
Mm,
Nti ɔno na ɔyɛ Ghana ni no, ɔwɔ abusua.
yes.
Ɛna ɔbaa no a ɔyɛ ɔhɔhoɔ no, ɔbɛtumi
Mm,
appointi a rep ama no.
mm,
Mo nyinaa montumi appointi rep a ɔmonyɛ Ghanafoɔ. Na
mm.
baako deɛ, mobɛtumi appointi rep a ɔnyɛ Ghanani. Sorry, mobɛtumi
Ɔyɛ
appointi rep ama no a ɔnyɛ abusuani. Agye wagye aseɛ.
daabi mpasɔ sɛ si so bio.
Ɔmoyɛ nipa
Baako
mmienu na
yɛ Ghana
ɛware.
ni, baako nyɛ Ghana ni. Mhm.
Ɔmoyɛ mmienu na ɛware. Sɛ mo nyinaa yɛ Ghanafoɔ a, nka mo appointi abusuafoɔ. Nyɛ saa.
Saa na ɛteɛ. Mhm.
But baako yɛ hɔhoɔ.
Ɛhɛ.
Nti hɔhoɔ no ɔnni abusua.
Ɛwɔ
Ɛma
Ghana
wɔ
kurom hɔ.
n'afoɔ. But na yɛka ne sɛ wɔbɛtumi appointi rep ama no
Okay.
a ɔyɛ Ghanani na
Okay.
but ɔnyɛ ne busuani.
Okay.
But bɛrima no deɛ ɔyɛ Ghanani nti
Sɛ
n'abusuafoɔ ɛwɔ Ghana
ɛwɔ hɔ.
nti wɔbɛtumi appointi abusuani. Nti one will be a family member, one will be an appointed representative for the
Oh,
the foreign partner.
okay.
Yeah. Mmara no ɛma kwan saa.
Saa. Na ɛba ne sɛ ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛkɔ na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo ware wɔ kurom a, ɛno nso no, dɛn na ɔsɛ ɔmo yɛ?
Sɛ wo sɛ baako nni nkrataa anaasɛ ɔwɔ nkrataa bɛ
No,
ɛbɛwu.
ɛba bɛnwuyɛ.
So
Afei,
menim da ɛbɛwu. Kurom ha de no
mm,
it takes some time.
okay,
Nti
okay.
afei na afei na ɔbɛma councilfoɔ ayɛ aware sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔware. Na
Mm,
councilfoɔ atra akɔma home office. Home
hmm.
office abɛyɛ investigation.
Nea
When you
ɔkeka
do
kɔ.
investigation, no mama report. No, my
Oh,
catch council say, yeah, now we are ready. We have finished our investigation. You can go ahead.
mm,
The council for our date is saying, yeah, that way, make you have a worry. Be a maybe now visa new. Visa who so I want to be engine
no.
our year so engine crata.
Hmm. Ɛne asɛm ato ɔmo. Yeah, me nua bɛrima wotie me a nea lawyer aka no no nti sɛ moyɛ mo kurom a you have representative from the wo yere na wakɔhu no na ɔma represent no na ɔmayɛ no kama na afei mode abɛtom ɛnyɛ saa a wo mmere no kwaa na ɛkɔ. Lawyers man ɛm sɛ aha na mede me last question no ɛbɛsi na sɛ biribi wɔ hɔ a wode bɛka ho ama yɛ a na afei deɛ asɔre. Yɛyɛ most of the education no ɛwɔ borɔfo mu no nti no we might skip the English aspect of the summary, no? And yes, we can still do it, and then we can take that part just to share with our neighboring countries. Nanti mpacho adaroma.
Viewers and listeners, thank you once again for being part of this show. This morning, we looked at what the caseworker looks at when making a visa decision. We learned that a caseworker is the assessor of your application. The caseworker will look at the application form that you have given or completed and submitted. The caseworker will also look at your previous application form or forms that you might have submitted previously. The caseworker will look at previous decisions based on previous applications. The caseworker will look at the documents you have provided to support your application. The caseworker will then look at the guidance to compare against the documents and the information on the application form. The caseworker, in comparison, would map what the criteria are to the information and assess whether you meet the requirements or not. The caseworker can pick up inconsistencies, and where there are inconsistencies, that will be a cause for concern for the caseworker, and that might be a trigger for refusal or even a ban. The caseworker will do all these things, and therefore, our takeaway for today is that when making an application form, when making an application or submitting your application form, be clear in your mind that the information you are providing are accurate. If you are not sure, don't submit. If you have previously made an application, refer to that application and make sure that the information is consistent. If there have been a change, make sure you support the change with evidence. For example, you are no longer married, but previously you said you were married, then you provide divorce certificate. All these things are important because you are not there for the caseworker to ask you questions. And so whatever the caseworker will be thinking in line with the caseworking document or guidance will be the basis for making a decision to grant or to refuse your request. Therefore, if you are not sure, seek independent legal advice. If you are not sure, go to the Home Office and ask for your record if you have previously made an application. If you are not sure, confirm from the person who provided the information or the document whether it is valid or not. Once you're able to do that, in line with the policy or the guidance the caseworker will be using, you are sure that the caseworker will be doing the right thing in granting your visa request. This is the conversation for today.
Yo, lawyer Asma, Charles Asma, yɛbɛda ase yie na ɛnɛ dwumadie no yɛnyinaa dodoɔ no a ɛbaa so nyinaa yɛda mo nyinaa ase. Me nua bɛma Frank Mijos, mekyia wo. Adai Safo, mekyia wo papaapa. Nana Agyeman, wo nso mekyia wo. Me nua ba Sandra, sesi ni nie. Me nso mede nkyia kɛseɛ de ma wo. Tiliduma, Kofi, mo nyinaa mede nkyia de ma mo. Aha na edi dwumadie no bɛba so. Areba no, ɔtena nyame yɛ adom a the community and the law no bɛba so. Megye di sɛ you join us 4 o'clock sharp to 6, 2 solid hours. Wobɛnya more time to ask your questions. Na nea ɛda wakoma so bi a wopɛ sɛ wobisa lawyers no, they are there to help you. Also no, I know I watch out for TikTok. Na wahwɛ. We have times that we showcase question and answers na ɛno nso webisa ɛwɔ hɔnom. Ti bɔmmɔden a de bia nenam so time no so I will send you the link, join the link, and then you ask your question, and I believe say tini ahwehwɛ bia nsa bɛka. Yɛda mo nyinaa se afei nso bookie na kohu BWF Solicitors. You can book a telephone consultation, you can book a video consultation, you can also go in-house consultation. Let's just say we book na wakwa kohu tena lawyer ninim na no need nkɔmmɔ kama. Asɛm a ɛhia wo bia na wapɔ ne nyinaa mede mepɛ ne sa waka ne nyinaa nokora wɔ mfinkyim na ɔmo hu nokora wɔ mu a na ɔno nso de mmara no abanta nokora no na wohu kwan a wɔbɛfa so na ɔde atwitwa agyew ɛwɔ fi kɛseɛ mu. Nti bɔmmɔden anakɔ hu ɔmo wɔ 4th floor Anna House 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road ni so ɛwɔ 7 Sisters abɔnten so na wo drive na wopɛ postcode na ɛne N15 4NP. Bomodea Nakuhomo. You can also call the office and then make this appointment. Na 0208-493-7340. And I say, Bibi, I watch na utra weni intra. Wodi unse lawyer to Jimmy. Aji lawyer but you charge you dear and your friend emergency no. Then you wafre 077-1276-1884. Misabo Subium 077-1276-1884. And your Freya. Na yabetwitwa edi agyew. Aha ya BWF Solicitors legal hours so na ohwe mediane manye na ate. Ushan baby na ofre manyetia. Meje so have a lovely weekend. I know say weekend enda yenim e ni je nko a ntika ho de na yenko yenim. Until then we meet next week. Stay blessed. Bye bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.